Focus on user experience and SEO success will follow with Hellen Benavides from giffgaff. Brought to you by Majestic, I'm David Bain, and this is SEO in 2022. Hellen, what is your number one SEO tip for 2022?
So as you said, my top tip is to focus what is best for the user, and SEO rankings improvements will come naturally. Improve your website experience, listen to the user, make your content relevant, and you will not only make user happy, Google happy, but also improve conversion rates.
That's a good combination. So what constitutes a good user experience in 2022?
So, as you know, this year, in 2021, we had the Google algorithm update on, that's called the experience update. So, you need to listen to the user, research, but do the research from the point before the user lands on your website, from search. Get to know your user journey and the pain points, what kind of content they need. So what are the search results that they click? You need to observe that to be able to create pages and content that will rank, because you will get more engagement from the user.
So what does high quality user research look like? Is it enough just to look at your Google Analytics stats to see which pages people are going on and how long they're spending on those pages? Do you need to use other software to actually see mouse movements? Do you need to do video recordings of people going through your sites to actually get a true representation? Or do you even need to do perhaps even focus groups to actually get all the data you need?
It can be a mix of all of that, but you will mainly get what you are looking for, doing interviews and recording while they are doing their searches.
Okay, so using a service like usertestingcom.
Yes.
Great. Okay. I don't know of any other website. I don't have shares in that business or anything, but I've used that a little bit in the past, and it's certainly a good thing to do to get several minutes recording of someone going through your website and actually hearing what they say when they're experiencing your website for the first time.
Exactly. Not only on your website, but when they are searching for a product, they are doing some pricing research. They are looking for a new phone or a new mobile network to join. So when they do this search, you can observe what are the results that they are clicking. Why? You can observe your competitors, how they interact with your competitors, what your competitors are doing better. And then you can see on your website all journey until they end up hopefully buying something.
That is great advice there. I'd never really considered that before. So you're saying that you can use a service like user testing to get someone to record what they search for in order to look for a product in the category of business you happen to operate in.
Exactly. And optimizing your page to make it more user-friendly, you will make Google happy as well.
So how does Google become happy as a result of doing that then? Are they actually looking at user signals now? What signals are you sending back to Google to make them more satisfied? And how does that satisfaction play out in terms of SEO rankings?
Google is a user, but it's a machine. It's not a human user. So I believe Google see the signals if your website is good or not. First was with mobile friendly Google algorithm update, and now with the Core Web Vitals. And it's mainly focused on providing the best user experience. So along with good content, relevant, good product as well, competitive, you need to provide a good user experience, because Google is, I consider Google as a user.
Well, that's a good thing to be doing. Certainly, it's becoming artificial intelligence, and perhaps even a more intelligent version of a user, or if not now, certainly will be quite soon. So, how do you measure the impact of improving user experience? Is it simply a case of measuring improvements on your bottom line and conversion rates, or other ways to measure it as well?
It's more on conversion rates. It's the first signal you see clearly, and you can observe as well the impact on rankings, on your visibility, because your Google somehow can see that you are converting more, that your page is relevant for this search, and the result is an impact on rankings.
Is it worthwhile trying? Have you tried in the past of improving user experience on a certain page and not improving user experience on a very similar page, and doing some kind of split test to see this precise level of impact that the improvements in user experience had?
Yes, it's visible.
Okay. It's feasible. Yeah. Okay, and that's I guess a very good idea in terms of getting commercial buy-in.
Exactly, and it's easier because everyone understands user experience, but not everyone understands search engine optimization. So when you have an impact on the bottom line, revenue, sales, and along with that, later on, impact on organic traffic, this is ideal.
So in your experience then, in the people that you've talked to, in the videos that you've seen, what are some typical improvements that need to be done? What are some typical issues that SEOs and website designers are missing out on and making mistakes on, resulting in bad user experience?
What's possible to observe is the interaction during the interaction with your website, where they have troubles to interact on, maybe filtering, or they cannot find what you have to offer because they came from search. They land in a specific page, and from there, sometimes they cannot see within your website, what's the best result. So sometimes they don't land in the best page for this result. And you need to improve the journey to make sure they convert, because in the end, we want to sell more. So we are on Google because we want more traffic to convert more. So it's a fantastic way of working together with user experience and rankings, and understanding how users interact with the search results.
With Core Web Vitals and other blog posts, Google are obviously attempting to cajole, motivate SEOs to make a better job with user experience, but there hasn't really been any acknowledgement of definitive amounts that are put into algorithms in relation to user experience. So do you think that Google will make more of a formal announcement with precisely how much user experience is going to impact rankings in the future?
I believe they will keep pushing to improvements for user experience, because no user likes to land in a web page that's dodgy that you want to click in something and it moves, or it's slow to load. So I believe they will, step by step, as they did mobile friendly, now Core Web Vitals, they will continuously focus on providing on the results, the sites that provide the best experience.
So how often should SEOs be doing this? Is this something they should be checking every single week, looking at conversion rates and recommending improved user experience? Does it only need to be done maybe once a quarter or so, or at the same time as website redesigns?
The way I look is by product, by important areas of the website. And as long as you addressed the pain points during the journey, when you see new things that can be improved, then you revisit. I don't think you need to revisit too often, because it's a big job. You need resources to optimize the page content, design, and SEO, technical SEO behind the pages.
Mm-hmm.
So it's you need to keep listening to the user and checking your rankings. And whenever you see, I have this group of pages that are not ranking as well as they should, so you visit and try to understand why.
Okay, so incorporate it as a one-off major project prior to initiating a major website redesign. But apart from that, keep your ear to the ground and incorporate it into your regular checks. But you don't have to formally involve yourself in it from a significant time perspective, apart from that.
Yes.
Okay, sounds good. So this is something that a lot of SEOs are probably not focusing in on at the moment, but I'm sure you're piquing the interest of many people. So if an SEO wants to get involved more with user experience, but they don't have much time, what's something that an SEO will typically be doing at the moment that you don't think is that valuable, they should probably stop doing in order to spend more time focusing in on user experience?
Well, I see that a lot of SEOs, they create content just for the sake of creating content. And they create many pages, and it doesn't get much traffic, and with time they get out of date. So it's a legacy to manage. So whenever you create a new content, new page, you need to make sure you are maintaining and it's relevant for the user. Where in the journey this page will sit.
Great thoughts. Well, Hellen Benavides is e-commerce experience and SEO lead at giffgaff.com. Hellen, thanks so much for being part of SEO in 2022.
Thank you. Thank you, David.
Check out the rest of the content from SEO in 2022 over at SEOin2022.com.